Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are somebody that wants to get their first or next customer in the next 7 days or less, and you are willing to do the work and at least spend, I don't know, half an hour to an hour with us today and get serious with your business, then you are in the right place. My name's Ruth Ellen, and this is
Adriana BITO, the founder of the Big H, honestym.com, social business for peace of mind and among ourselves. And today we're going to speak about the second M for you to get your first dream customers in the next 7 days, which is mindset. And we're going to discover the Big H Mac.
Fantastic. And I'm your host today, but this is Adriana's day. She's going to be talking about Big Mac, and I'm going to leave her to it. She's got this amazing presentation for you. So, for no further ado, I'm going to leave her to take it away.
Yes, let's do this. So I'm going to share my screen because my presentation are so heavy that they actually can't be supported by Webinar Jam as they are. But you are ready for this. If you're here, it means that you can handle it. If you're not, I'm sorry for you, but we are making that change now. Okay, welcome everyone to this free age webinar for you to get what you want. So I am Adriana BITO, and I love all the differences that exist in our humanity. That's why I created the Big H, like honesty, being honest. And today we're going to talk H, like how to get your first dream customers right now. It's not actually that complicated. You simply need to know your priorities. Honesty priority, one step at one time. And we're going to look at those steps right now. So this is part of the 7 days it challenge, hashtag 7 days it challenge on social media. And I need to give you this warning. This is not for anyone who just dreamed to have a customer within the week, okay? It only works for honest change makers who honestly take action or honestly ask for help when they don't succeed on their own, okay? Because they're committed to make that change now. So are you that kind of person? Because to be fully honest with you, here are the actual circumstances of the people who got the best result with me. They knew their dream people. They knew who they wanted to be surrounded by. They knew their motivation. They were highly motivated, and they were ready to invest. Invest time, invest energy, invest money, invest attention. And that's how Davide's, that we're going to discover later. You can see here Davide's testimonial. Davide got his first dream customer in only 5 days. So yes, it works, but you need to be the right person. So if you're not ready to make a change for yourself right now, if you don't care about dream customers, if you don't care about financial freedom, I invite you to just stop watching now and just keep going with whatever you are actually passionate about. Okay, so are you ready to get what you want now? If you're still here, I'll take this as a yes. Okay, so let's do this. So how to make the most out of this webinar? So first of all, you want to turn off your phone and all the distraction right now. No Facebook open there, Instagram, your grandma calling, or I don't know what. No distraction. Then you want to have a glass of water next to you and be hydrated. You want to be in a peaceful and quiet room where you won't be disturbed, so important. And you want to have your webinar PDF or a pen to take notes. If you're wondering what is the webinar PDF, it doesn't exist, but you can download your 7 days a challenge workbook, daily task workbook on honestym.com. Okay, but right now it's not the time to download anything. It's the time to be focused and becoming a better student that you ever been before in your life. If you hear you made that choice, like this video didn't come up in your eyes and didn't jump in front of you. You made that choice by having honest love for yourself and an honest passion to make a change in your life. So invest fully in yourself and make the most of this free content, because if you actually apply everything I do here, it's going to happen for you. Okay. So here are the key checking points for today's trip together. First of all, me, Adriana, I'm going to tell you who am I to help you. Today's training will be focused on the second M, which is your mindset to attract 30 dream match customers. And after that, I'm going to share with you an opportunity to work together. And then there will be space for question and answer, Q&A. And even if you're watching this in replay or on video on YouTube or anywhere else, comment comment on replay right in the box. I'm going to receive the emails. I'm going to see all the comments, and it's going to be my greatest pleasure to answer each and every one of you, because one question is one step closer to improvement and to betterment for all of us. Okay, so me, Adriana, who am I to help you? To be fully honest with you, my life has been quite a journey. So I now present myself as your dream business coach. Why? Because you will see that with honesty and with me, everything starts with a dream, and the big question, what is your dream? And my dream, Adriana, is to build peace every day. And I think that peace will happen when each and every one of us spend their days crazy, busy, focusing on building their dreams. So my dream is to build peace, and that's why I call myself a peace by dream building engineer. And you're here to build your business. And I don't help people build businesses because businesses bring stress. I help people build dream businesses because dream businesses bring happiness and peace. All right. So just more about me. So my parents are from Cameroon. I was born in Paris and lived in the multicultural hood. Got my high school diploma with honor and entered scientific prep school, highest school in France, because I wanted to prove that diversity under all its shape is a strength. And that's how by the age of 24 in 2013, I became Kaizen engineer, and I got expatriated in Cameroon. So from the external point of view, I was up on the social scale, entitled with my big diploma and everything. But no, January 2014, I finally had to accept and face that I was in depression, even if I had spent 3 years living between Europe, Middle East, Africa, and having this apparent success. I was not happy with this life who was supposed to make me happy. That's how in 2015, I decided that I'm going to live my dream, and I wanted to live in Australia. So I went there. I founded H, Social Business for Peace. I launched the book that I showed you at the beginning. I participated at presidential primaries. Yes, I'm talking about being the president of France. Didn't happen, but still I tried. And in the process of doing all this, I became homeless in Asia. That was in 2016. And that's only 2 years after that that my dream came true, and that I got my first dream customers that I love to call the H Money Babes. And I was doing all this with the vision of offering each and every one of us simple and accessible tools for mental, material, and economical empowerment. Because I'm convinced that our collective freedom depends on each and every one of us. Freedom. So all this crazy, as always, it all starts with a dream. It all starts with a dream. So here is a quick sum up of my dream come true journey. Okay, so in 2014, I'm a successful engineer recognized working for Louis Dreyfus Commodities in Cameroon, Shake Card, safety, health, environment, and quality, my favorite, was my field. But I was unhappy, as I told you. So in 2015, I accepted my dream. I focused on my age love, as you can see on my t-shirt. And in Australia, I also discovered more about social injustices faced by Aboriginal people and so on. That's how I actually decided to write the Age book. And my roommate at the time in Australia was an engineer like me, and she loved it. Then we started to attract other women of color engineers. And from me to 2 people, we became a full Age community in 2016 when I actually released the book, and we started to attract more than women of color engineer, but many people who were interested in honesty, peace, justice, and love. Okay, that's how I could go back to France and reconcile my relationship with my family, and most particularly with my mom. But still, I went back to Australia, joined the intersectional feminism group, because I still wanted to prove that diversity under all its shape is a strength. Waited to get accepted in a PhD, and that's how I became homeless in Asia. That is less expensive than Melbourne. And was posting on social media while calling for people to donate on my GoFundMe, so as I could do my PhD and keep working on honestym.com. But as you know, it did not happen because I just stayed homeless while waiting for people to donate. And I had the age justice realization. Age justice is when I know what I need to do and I know what I need to focus on, so as I get what I want. So at this time, I realized that I will not wait for people to donate me money, that I will offer my services to my cause and get paid by dream customers instead. I will not wait for people to donate me money. I will offer my services and get paid by dream customers instead. Very powerful realization. But of course, when I decided that, I was like, oh my God, where and how to find my dream customers? I needed to do matchmaking, just like on Tinder's of those apps, you know? And I quickly realized that I would do that on social media, just like Tinder and those apps, because the Parisian metro was killing me. So in 2017, the year that I didn't really mention on my bio, I was in France and I was keeping going with those conversations around, you know, presidential primaries, changing the world and everything. And I was meeting people, going out every day, and nothing would happen. People wouldn't even invest 30 euros in my book, even if they were like, oh yeah, we're interested and stuff. So I was like, I'm out of this. I'm going to use social media and find those people. But still, I was surrounded by fears, and I was surrounded by those questions on my mind. What if I don't deliver to my customer? What if they're not satisfied? What if they change their minds and they don't want to work with me anymore after they paid me? What if I actually don't feel comfortable with them? What if it feels like jail and it's worse than my 9 to 5 job? And also, my very first negotiation back in January 2018 gave me ulcers. It was awful and I was feeling like I hate sales. I didn't like sales and it was very hard. And I was like, oh my God. And then I had another age justice realization. I was like, Adriana, when I will finally get my own first dream customers, that's what I was thinking for myself, I will actually know how to get paid by a dream customer. So even if I forget about all the expertise that I already have, by me succeeding in signing up my first dream customer, I would be able to teach this person how to do the exact same thing I did to sign this person up, right? Virtuous circle. And I was speaking about this about other entrepreneurs who had already customers, but they had fear customers. They kept telling me how they don't have enough customers, how their customers don't pay them on time, how they're stressed because their customers ask them this and that last minute, how sometimes they miss their 9 to 5 job and the consistent money, and they were getting ulcers as well. So is that you? Do you have all those feelings right now? And do you feel like even if you've been using social media, it still feels like fear customers instead of dream customers? Well, this transformation is possible. And that's when I realized that no, I'm going to focus on dream customers and let go of 80% of those fears. Even if the fears felt like 80% of what was going on around me, I was like, I'm not going to focus on this 80% crazy. I'm going to focus on the 20% dream people that I have around me, even if it's one person, and that's why it's going to be a high paying customer. I'm going to focus on that person and be on social media looking for those dream customers. And I was determined to focus on my affirmation, and we're going to talk mindset today. So affirmation will be very, very, very important. So the key affirmation that I got at this time that led me to my first dream customer is, I will get paid by dream customers. And I'm going to focus on that. That's it. Nothing else. I will get paid by dream customers. Ruth, are you still with us? And do you copy with this affirmation? What do you think of this affirmation about I will get paid by dream customers? What do you say?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I think it's a strong one because it's I will. It's not I'm going to or I'm waiting. It's like determined. And it's
determined.
Yes. And very specific as well. You want dream customers? You know, you did just say customers, you said dream customers, but your intention was clear. So, yeah, it's a good affirmation. And obviously it worked. So,
okay. So, yeah. So, please all remember to decide right now on this very second, I will get paid by dream customers. Okay. So, to do this, obviously, the question was still there, how to find my dream customers. I realized that I needed only to focus on 3 things that I now call the 3 M's for matchmaking. Okay, so what are the 3 M's? The only 3 key things you need to focus on to get your first dream customers in 7 days or less. So I was like determined to focus on my 3 M's, the 3 steps to closing my first dream customers. So the first M is my honest message. What I did is I got my message, my honest message out there, even with curse words on LinkedIn. And yes, I did. Second was my honest mindset. I became my dream pro self and maintained my new mindset by copying a mentor step by step and also getting a coach for one-on-one daily support. And I want to focus on this idea of copying a mentor step by step process. I see a lot of people out there who buy product. They even buy my product or services, or they bought like Sam's program, which is the program I was on like 1 year ago, and they don't do the steps. And then they're surprised that it doesn't work. Of course, it's not going to work if you don't take action and don't do the work. This is not magic. So seriously, that's probably the first thing you want to do. Whatever you invest in, just like if you're investing your time watching this video, write down the step by step that I'm telling you. Write the 3 M's. Write the 3 MAC that we're going to see and make sure you apply them. Otherwise, it's not going to work for sure. Like it's 100% sure that it's not going to work if you don't apply or copy the steps. Also, if you have a hard time taking action, as we seen yesterday with Bruce, you can't take aligned action, get a coach. So that this person can push you into taking action, or get an accountability partner. So that this person can hold you accountable for the action you said you would take. That's so important. So that's the key to mindset. If you have to listen only to one thing, just remember this sentence. That's very simple. And the third M is the honest mini call. Do real calls and have real conversation. Not call, oh, hello, you're nice. Ha, ha, ha. I love your dress. Goodbye. This is not going to close any deal. So get on the phone with dream motivated people. Speak and listen to them actively and honestly in order to finally make them your offer with a short time special incentive offer. This is very important. Okay, so those are the 3 M's you want to focus on. And remember that to take one thing at a time. Answering only one question a day makes my doubts go away. That's exactly what I did back a year ago. And that's how it happened. When I started to focus on that, boom, 2018, 2 months after that, I got my first dream customer, who's Adja, the initiator of Tech Forever that we created together. And that was just amazing. We had a great time. And I didn't even only sign up one person. I actually signed up 4 people in a row, to the point where Sam Ovens interviewed me and talked about how I turned my discrimination, my story, all my difficulties into a profitable consulting business by landing 4 dream customers. And today I'm going to share with you the secret mindset hack that I use for this to happen. And I call that M2, which is the second M in the 3 M's, which is mindset for my age money. So right now, I have a question for you. Are you trying to reach the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 figures business? So 3 figures is 500 euros, which is the lowest for high-paying dream customers. But you can be dreaming as big as you want, but you want to know what you want to set your mindset on, okay? So we are on the 3 M's. This is M2, mindset, to answer the question where and how to find your dream customers, right? On social media, as we said, because one-on-one, let's connect bullshit with 8 billion people will kill me. Your dream customers exist for sure, because we are almost 8 billion people. But you cannot just be speaking one-on-one to anyone at any moment. It's not going to work. We are way too many people for this to work. So you need to have a strategy and a mindset set on attracting the right people for you. So important. So focus on your 3 M's. You have already your message. Now it's about your mindset, becoming your dream pro self and maintaining your new mindset by copying a mentor step by step, and also getting a coach for one-on-one daily support. 1 question a day makes your doubt go away. And you want to remember, when it's time to think about mindset, that my mindset set my steps. Your mindset set your steps. You can tell it to yourself, my mindset set my steps. So we're going to look at the step-by-step process to have the right mindset routine and have the right affirmation and things to read and listen to every day to make sure you never forget your essential. So the key question, 1 question a day makes my doubt go away. So the key question for your first high-paying customers, it's on day 2 of the 7 days challenge, becoming your pro self, is who are you becoming and what's your story? Who are you be? So who are you right now? But who are you becoming? Who will you be as well? And what is your story? You see how I presented myself to you? It's my story. It's my ongoing story that I wrote for myself based on what has really happened to me, but also how I reacted to it and how I'm transforming this into what I want. Remember what Sam says? how Adriana turned her discrimination into a profitable business. Turn your story into whatever you dream of and want. And at the end of day 2, at the end of today, when you will have done this work, you will be able to confidently say that you did get X, Y, and Z result for other people before. That will shape your dream pro self. So once again, before we dive into the key step you need to take, what do you call a dream customer, Adriana? That's a question that I get a lot. So what I call a dream customer is a person who pays you $500 or your currency or more in advance for your services to them. So 500 is 3 figures, right? A dream customer is a person who matches the dream person you'd like to help fix a very important and transformative issue in their lives. And it's a person with whom it feels natural and super cool to work with. That's what a dream customer is. So we're on step 2, mindset. And the key to answer your question today, one question a day makes my doubt go away, is to find X, Y, and Z that match 3 times that you got results you offer to your dream customers. You got the same kind of result that you're offering right now to your dream customer. And then you want to tell us about you and your mindset life story by saying, I did get this one result, the second result, and the third result, XYZ, for others before. So X, for example, your first story can be a story where you work with the same niche. And if you did never work with this niche, you can say, if you're part of your niche, which is really powerful, and I advise that, you can tell the story about how it worked for yourself. That's what I did with you. I told you how I transformed my own life. Then you can look for a story where you obtain the same smart result, even if it was in a different context. So me, when I started, I never had really worked directly with people facing discrimination apart from myself and some friends. But in terms of helping people make money or save money or be more efficient in their work, I did that for the companies I worked for before. So I was using those stories of how much money I helped big companies save. Like I helped Schneider Electric to save £10,000 a month, and they're still saving this money right now. My boss keeps telling me about it. I've helped Louis Dreyfus Commodities to save $250,000 with my work. That in only 1 year, I helped them save $250,000. So I was using those stories. Or I worked for Louis Vuitton, the bags, and I helped them save 80% of the time they were wasting while working. So I was using those stories even if it was different context. Or you can also look for stories where you successfully closed the deal. So stories where you made an offer to somebody and the person accepted to work with you and they were happy about working with you, even if it was in a different context. It's still a success story that you can use to present yourself as the professional that you're dreaming to become and that you are currently becoming. Okay? So you always want to focus on this. This is how you will focus on your mindset, by answering this simple question and having those 3 stories on your mind. So as your mindset keeps setting your steps and you remember where you're coming from and where you're going. Okay? And that's exactly how I could close Adjamwa, my first dream customer. Where does Adjamwa come from? Adjamwa comes from the last company I worked for. He was my colleague. So he knew how good I was at getting results that nobody believed in. Because when I arrived in this company in 2013, I was telling them that I will help them with their expired stock. And they were like, oh, it's been 25 years since we have this problem. Nobody can fix it. And I fixed that problem. So in your life, you have done wonders before, for sure. So look for those wonders, because your dream customer is probably somebody who already know you and already know how good you are. It's all about you realizing that and being ready to speak to these people, listen to what they need and help them get what they need, not what you think they need, but what they need and what they tell you they want. Okay? And it's also about having visual reminders of whatever you are becoming. So you see how this print me up and pin me up in your safe space is written. You want to have key messages around you that remind you who you are. Be yourself. Dream big. You want to remember your dream every day and know who you are and how are you. That's actually the first step. If you enter a process with me, I have a full process that is only about mindset that is called the CDT process. The first step is really to understand, to observe yourself today and answer the simple question, how are you? The importance of the how are you question. I speak about it every Tuesday on my social media. Every Tuesday I wear this t-shirt. How you doing? That's very important that every day you're honest about how you feel in the morning. So as when you know where you're at in the morning, how you are, you can decide how you want to change it or not during the day. So important. And this visual is how I attracted Ajamwa as well. So CDT Minute, how to focus on one thing a day. You want to have a retro planning. So we already made the retro planning on the 7 days it changed together. You want to pick 1 hour a day where you turn off all your distraction and you're organized. That's what we're doing together today. Join the masterclass and you will have it with us every day. Take the time to breathe and have a glass of water next to you. Be in a peaceful and quiet room where you won't be disturbed. Have your self-mindset and retro planning workbook. Take notes. Tap into the energy of your own dream, visualize it, and focus. That's as simple as that. And this is the time for me to invite Ruth to jump in again and share with us her expert coach advice on the only 3 key money mindset tasks that Ruth would do if she was to find her first dream customer or next dream customers in only 7 days. So Ruth, what would be the 3 key things you would personally focus on if you were to get your dream customers and you had only 7 days?
3 things. If it's mindset, it would definitely be looking at my assets. One of the first things, as in looking at the people that I've got connections with already, people that I can connect with easily, and I don't have to necessarily market to because they know me. If it's specifically on mindset, though, I also want to make sure that I've got a clear vision of where I'm trying to get to, because there's nothing worse than getting on the phone with somebody after building that relationship and then not necessarily having a clear outcome for them on the phone or for yourself. So just setting those expectations, being very clear, getting my numbers ready as well, so that I know what's possible. Sometimes we overcharge or undercharge, depending on how you're looking at it in terms of the value. So I would be looking at my numbers. I'd be looking at, okay, realistically, if I charged I don't know, £3,000 or £5,000 when I was doing a 6-month program, would it be worth getting out of bed? And so my desires would have to match what my my actual ideal dreams and goals, because I think sometimes we have a disconnect. We don't necessarily do the work because we've lowered up the pricing too much, and our unconscious knows that, and it just says no, it's not sustainable. It's not worth the time. You're not going to make an impact. You're going to get drained out. So again, it would be making sure that I've got connections and I've warmed them up before, looking at my vision for clarity, and then making sure that my numbers are correct so that I'm not going into a conversation undercharging.
So that would be your 3 things. Would you mind telling us again the key 3 things so as we can synthesize all the awesome advice you just gave us?
Okay. So again, we're looking at my assets, what I've got. So assets. Second thing would be making sure that I've got clarity around what I'm actually offering and who I'm actually trying to help. And then the 3rd thing is to make sure that my numbers are correct in terms of if I actually offered this program or this service, that I'm not undercharging, and it's going to be motivating for me to actually complete at a high level for this client.
So assets, clarity, and numbers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ruth.
It's okay. Thanks.
So awesome. So Ruth just told us how for her that would be around assets, clarity, and also numbers. And whatever it is that you choose to do or focus on, you want to put that on a retro planning. So as every day you take action and you remember, okay, where are you going? And maybe you want to spend 1 day on focusing on your asset, 1 day focusing on your clarity, and 1 day focusing on your numbers. If you feel like the 3 key steps by Ruth are the one that you resonate the most with. Whatever it is that you choose, you want to put that on a planning. And this slide is just to show you how a retro planning looks like. And I like to make retro planning where I already prepare myself to repeat the action again and again. So on this CDT retro planning to create your dream life journey, Day 1 of the 7 days challenge is on the message, as you know. Day 2 is on the mindset. That's what we're talking about today. And day 3 is on many calls. And you see, every day I put day 1 or 3, day 2 or 4, day 3 or 6, because you will do that first in order. And then on the last 3 days of your challenge, you will actually be like, oh, maybe I will go back to my message, or maybe I will go back to my mindset or to my many calls. But it's about repetition. Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you focus on, you want to repeat it enough until you see if it gets result or not. A lot of people give up after trying 1 or 2 times. This is not how it works. You want to do something at least 3 times before you judge if it's working or not. Definitely. So yeah. So that's what a retro planning is. And in order to do a retro planning, you need to act not fast. Don't act fast. Act smart. SMART stands for simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bounded. So that's very important, that when you set yourself a goal, and I think Ruth talked about clarity and numbers, that's what it is. This is clarity and number in practice. Clarity is where you know exactly what you're trying to achieve. I'm trying to get 1 dream customer this week. Bam, that's 1, that's measurable, that's a dream customer, that's achievable, that's realistic. Adriana did it, other people did it, Davide did it. We're now with new customers doing it. It's happening. And it's time bounded because you have 7 days. So that's so important that you know that. Or just like Bruce said, you want to know that, okay, every month I want to make $2,000 or euros or whatever your currency or pounds. It's a number, it's achievable, it's measurable, it's clear. So then your mind know how to act and what to say to the rest of the body so as you take action. So important. SMART goals. And that's what needs to be on your retro planning. SMART key goals. And this is how we get into the mindset and the key step when it comes to having the right mindset. That's what I like to call the big HMAC for mindset. MAC. Okay, focusing on the 20% of work that will get you 80% of the result. So what is the HMAC? HMAC are the 3 mindset routine steps to closing your first dream deal. Okay, so you want to focus on your MAC when it comes to your mindset and do only those 3 mindset steps to close your first dream deal in no time. So the M stands for music. The music that you honestly love. Have a morning playlist with music that speaks to your soul and reminds you your why, your what, and your how. I have a mindset playlist. You can actually discover it on my YouTube, Honesty Musango channel on YouTube. And the playlist is made in this way. It starts with a song about love, because love is my why. And the song that I put on my video is this song. It reminds me why I'm doing all this, because I want love. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be in love with my job. I want to be in love with my life. I want to be in love with everything I do. Then my what. The second song on my playlist is about the fact that it's the morning and that I'm going to wake up. So that's what's happening. Then there is a song about I'm so excited. This is what I want to feel. I want to feel excited about the day. And there is also, after the I'm so excited song, there is a song about ringing the bell. So ring the bell is what my objective is for the day. Because when I get a customer, I get happy, I ring the bell. I learned that in Sam's group. So that's what I have to do today. And then I have other songs about how to do it, depending on how I feel, depending on what I need to trick my mind into. For example, right now I want to be unapologetic. So I'm going to put that song of Beyonce that says, I am sorry. I am not sorry to be who I am. I'm not sorry to shine bright and stuff like that. So I just put songs that actually remind me of why I'm doing it, what I'm doing, and how I'm doing this. And it's what I hear first thing in the morning. Then the A stands for your affirmation, your honest affirmation. Just like we saw with the age justice affirmation, you want to have your own age justice kind of focus sentences that remind you who you are, what you do, and what to focus on and change to reach your dreams and goals. I know that I need to change my relationship to money. I have affirmations about that. Like last year, I needed to stop judging people. I had affirmation about not judging people, not seeing people, also accepting mistakes and stuff like that. You want to have affirmation that really tap into the things that you need to focus on and change. And you want to be honest about yourself. Don't put those affirmations that you don't believe in. Don't say, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow. It's not going to happen. It's just not true. But you can be like, I'm working every day toward becoming a billionaire, for example, or I'm learning not to judge people so as I can love billionaires and become like them, or whatever it is. But yeah, affirmation. And then the C stands for community. That's what Ruth said about the assets, the people around me. The community, the age community, yay! You can join the age community on honestteam.com, by the way, because if you don't know what your community is, the age community is the community where you can know who you are to the point where you know who your community is. So whatever you decide, you want to have a list or a group of people that you know you can rely on to help you stay on track of your own dream plan. And you want to invest in a coach or in a community that shares your values if necessary. That's so important. I think community is like the most important one, because your community will remind you your affirmation and you will be dancing on the right music together. So I think I put it at the end, but it's probably the most important one. I think the community one. And you want to focus on that. You want to focus on your MAC, M-A-C, the 3 mindset steps to close your first dream deal with the music, the affirmation, and the community that speak the most to your heart personally. Yes. So that's how you are on the right track of your 3 M's to close your first dream customer, and you're on the right mindset that set your steps. So the mindset, becoming your dream pro self and maintaining your new mindset by copying a mentor step by step, and also getting a coach for one-on-one daily support. Your mindset set your steps. Okay? So you remember how we had this one question we wanted to answer today to make sure we have the right mindset and we can tell our mindset story properly as the dream pro self we want to be. So those are the action for day 2, so as you can answer your mindset question. Okay, so the task 1 is really to write your bio. You're not an employee anymore. It's not the same way you used to present yourself to employers. Now you're a consultant, you're a coach, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. So you want to have a bio with maximum 5 key dates and ups and downs of your life, because you don't want to overwhelm people with your story. So it needs to be 5 key time that explain why you're the right person to help them. Then you want to find your XYZ and recall 3 times that you got results for someone. And if you feel ready for the challenge, you can actually contact me, Adriana, personally, whether it is on Facebook or on honestteam.com or anywhere, or directly by commenting the replay here on this video, so as you can actually have a chance to have an age interview, and we're going to interview you so as you can tell us your dream pro self story and attract your dream customers right now. The task 3 is for you to do your full self mindset workbook and read it twice a day. So everything I said today would lead you to actually write your story, write the results you have for people. Maybe write down your mindset playlist, do your mindset playlist on your phone and everything. You want to have a workbook where all this is written, and you want to read this morning and night. That's so important. So as you just print it in yourself. And then you want to speak to 10 people in your 30 match list and ask what they need and desire. After you've done the mindset for yourself and you've reconciled yourself with yourself, you reconciled your brain with your heart, you want to go and speak to people, right? You'll be ready to speak to people and listen to their truths without having your truth interacting and preventing you from listening to them properly. And then you will be ready for day 3, the third M, which is to do many calls by setting up your set more of Google Calendar, so as you can book a lot of calls quickly without spending like hours just to book a call. A lot of people waste a lot of time on like tasks that are not important, like finding a date and an hour to speak. That's easy. Okay, so you want to focus on the right thing so as your mind is set for your success. All right. And at the end of this day, you will be able to answer your mindset question and become your age dream pro self. And you will be able to just be like, hey, I'm this person. I help X to get Y thanks to Z, and I've done that before. I did help this person 1 to get this thing, this person 2 to get that, and this person 3, because you would have your 3 stories and you would be confident about them. Okay. And all throughout this, you want to remember that only 3% of a given niche is ready to buy at one moment. That's why this is only 1% out of 33 people that you're looking for. So keep speaking to people until you speak to more than 30 people if you want to get your dream customer. Numbers don't lie. Ruth said it, numbers. So that's it for how to set your mindset for success. Bravo, bravo. If you have like listened to it properly, taken note and understood all this, you step forward and you're going to do it again until next time and furthermore. So that was the training for today. And as I said, now it's time for me to share with you an opportunity to work together. So now it's all about you. And please, Ruth, I will ask for your assistance to put up the offer for people to decide if they want to have me support you and book a 15-minute to your dream customer call with me right now on this video and on this offer. So now it's all about you. Now that you have learned all this knowledge about how to set your mindset for success, you have two choices in front of you. You can keep going the exact same way and try to apply what you've just learned here today by yourself every day, only today, it's up to you. Or you can make something very different today and have me, Adriana, supporting you daily in order to get what you want before the end of this month. And actually, you're not going to have only me, you're also going to have Ruth and the full H community to support you. And if you feel like the second option is the one for you, just click on the link to book a 15-minute to your dream customer call with me. And we can, in only 15 minutes, by focusing, yes, we can see what is the end that you're stuck on and stuck you, and see if we need to go into a longer program together, or if you actually just needed to ask me this question to unstuck yourself. All right. So that's how powerful the 7 days a challenge is. When you focus on the right thing, it doesn't take more than 15 minutes to change your entire life. Warning again, this is not for anyone who just dreamed to have a customer within the week. It only works for honest change makers who honestly take action or honestly ask for help when they don't succeed on their own because they're committed to make that change now. Asking for help when I faced my depression in 2014 was the first thing I did, and it was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. I went to see a psychotherapist. If you want to learn more about my story with my psychotherapist, you can join the H community and access the H book where I tell the story about that. And I explained to you how to pick the right psychotherapist or the right coach or the right person to support you. But asking for help and accepting external support is key in anyone's success. And here are the actual circumstances of the people who got the best result with me. They knew who were their dream people, okay? They were really motivated and they were ready to invest. So they knew who they wanted to help and had an offer on mind already. If you've been following the videos, you should have that now like very clear. I have X to get Y thanks to Z. Their motivation, they were highly motivated and really focused on executing the daily action task that I provided. If you could watch this video and look at each task and just plan to do each of these tasks, you are having the right motivation for this. And their investment, they were already used to invest time, money, or effort in their self-improvement and in courses to get what they wanted. And I want to tell you about Davide now. And I'm not going to put up the testimonial in this video. You will find it on honesteam.com by clicking on how the 7 days a challenge is possible. But Davide came to me and he couldn't even pay for my services. Davide just joined the H community for 30 euros. But he was so motivated that we did amazing work together, only 15 minutes a day. We were speaking only 15 minutes a day. And in 5 days, he closed his first dream customers. So that's really about being focused, knowing who you want to help, being motivated, and invest, whether it's time, attention, or anything. And for people who have invested money, that's people like Cheryl, results were even bigger. Cheryl could go from not having any more clients in her business to signing up 3 dream clients and also a 24,000 deal signed. And the 3 key benefits, according to Cheryl, were really to focus on a few key goals, to celebrate any little step ahead, and that's where the community is important, and the coach or the right people around you to celebrate, and to become your own best friend and listen to your own voice. So important. So this is also how I could help a lot of other people just on a call. I've talked about those testimonials many times, but I want to focus on Andrew testimonial, who said that the simple one conversation that him and I had jolted his mindset into him just getting off his ass and staying on course to make something happen. Today, Andrew has his own business. I don't know how much he's making, but I know that Andrew's dream, and this was 1 year ago, Andrew's dream was to leave his hometown, and now he's telling me how he's preparing his trip to Bali, Indonesia. 1 year, one call with me. Just saying. So I think the button is up. If you want to book the 15-minute to your dream customer call, just press the button. What's going to happen is you're going to get on my booking platform. You will have conditions for a good call. You want to okay those conditions, so you press okay. Then you're going to see 15-minute Let Me Call. You want to click on 15-minute Let Me Call, and then my updated agenda will pull out, and you will be able to choose a day and an hour to speak to me. So pick the day and the hour where you are in good condition. And then it's going to ask you for your email and your Skype, because I'll be calling you on Skype. If you don't have Skype, don't worry, we can figure out something else, but Skype is better. And that's it. And I will be calling you at the time that you have picked. So maybe right now, the real question right now, the only question right now is actually, are you ready to get what you want now? That's the only question. And if you're ready, book that 15-minute call. So as we can see, if we're a good match, and we can see if I am the person to support you in reaching your goals or not. So as you can take me off your head if you need. Yes is yes, and no means next opportunity. So there is no losing if you're actually ready to get what you want right now. Book your free 15-minute to my dream customers calls with me right now and make that change now. That's actually it. Just remember, extra special surprise for the first 3 to book now, because there are 3 spots left now that somebody else has already signed up this week. So yeah, don't miss this opportunity. Remember that a dream is never too big or too crazy to be achieved. And here is your opportunity to ask questions while we have, I think, still a bit of time for you to click on the button and book your call. Don't hesitate to ask your question right now in live or on replay, because one way or another, I will get the questions on email if it's on replay. So Ruth or anyone else in the audience, do you have any questions?
No questions at the moment. I think you've explained it and broken it down very well.
Thank you so much, Ruth, for your assistance. Let's get all those dream customers now and build this community of kick-ass women of color, entrepreneurs, coach, consultant, and let's just change the world one dream customer at a time. What do you think? Yes? Is that a yes? I hear you here, but I don't hear you.
My mic was off. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. And yeah, I love your yes, because anything else that for me, Adriana, personally, in 2019, everything else that a strong yes is a no. I don't have time anymore for people who are unsure about what they want and stuff. Like anything else that a strong yes is a no, and it's all right. No means next opportunity. So if you feel a strong yes about knowing more, book the 15-minute Let Me Call. If you have questions, ask the question. I will answer them. And if it's just a no, next opportunity. And I can't wait for all of you and all of us to get more dream customers and get more honesty, love, justice, and peace in our lives. Thank you so much for following this live and this masterclass, and talk to you soon on the phone on a 15-minute to your dream customer call. Bye-bye.